I was just reading an article about the realistic expectations Colorado and Coach Prime should expect this upcoming season. Also, they said, according to the experts, a 5-7 finish is realistic in Coach Prime's first year as head coach. So let's talk about it. Guys, please do me a favor. Before we get into this video, please give us a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. All of that will be greatly appreciated by me. All right, so I was just reading this article here, and they said realistically, looking at this with the roster overhaul and Coach Prime first year at Colorado at the Power 5 level, a realistic expectation is they're going to win 5 games. They're going to go 5-7 for this upcoming season. So I was thinking about that. These experts are saying that if that's the case, then they might as well don't even play the season. Just give us the 5 games. But see, no, well, obviously they have to play the season, right? But let me just say this, for the players, if they already have that in their mind, oh, we're only going to win hopefully 5 games, then the experts are saying that's a success. And they saying that Coach Prime, he would never accept a 5-7 finish as success. I don't either. I would never accept that. But if they go into the season thinking that, then they're going to be defeated before they even play a football game. See, a lot of this is mental. You know, yeah, there's a physical aspect of it as well. Speed, you know, they lift weights, endurance, but a huge part of a team's success is the mental part of it. They have to be there mentally. And that's for anything, any competitive sport, right? All right, so this article reads, the absence of Colorado coach Shadeur Sanders at the Pac-12 Media Day certainly deflated some of the air from the media balloons in Las Vegas, but the narrative remains unchanged surrounding the Buffaloes ahead of the 2023 season. This transfer-infused team, I like how they said that, transfer-infused team, is expected to struggle against challenging slate. Look at that, they're expected to struggle against the challenging slate. Let me just say this for all the players, I wouldn't even read these articles. I would just act like these articles from these so-called experts don't even exist, because you don't want to put anything in your head of doubt. You really don't. So let's continue. That being said, Colorado is worth a closer assessment. Are they really? What are the realistic expectations for Sanders in his first year as a Power 5 coach? Can the Buffalo stiff arm low-end projections and get to bowl eligibility out west? According to an updated win total projected available at various sports books, Colorado's 3.5 win ranks near the bottom of the FBS level and shows just how little experts think of the Buffaloes. Colorado went 1-11 last year, and the program's last bowl appearance came in 2016. Listen, I would agree with that if Coach Prime kept that team intact. I would totally agree with the 5-7 season this year. I would totally agree. I would be making videos saying, yeah, I expect them to win. Hey, you know what I would say? Honestly, if they won 2 games, that would be a success if they kept that team intact. Now, it said here, let's break down this roster for a moment. A few keys to the season on what's being said about Colorado's unconventional approach in this year under Sanders. Truthfully, no one knows how this too deep looks in September based on wholesale roster changes that took place under the spring practice. And given the strength of Colorado's top-ranked transfer class at the very top with Shadeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, among others, the Buffaloes certainly have potential star candidates at the skill positions talented enough to be difference makers. That I agree with. Sanders planned to combat a challenging Pac-12 schedule through roster turnover bucks the norm, and opposing teams have no film to go on in preparation for the Buffaloes in that regard. Now that could be the advantage to Colorado because they really don't have no film to go on this new look team, but they can look at previous coaches on what they did at previous institutions. And also, you know, coaches are really going to be studying Shadeur and what he did at Jackson State. So they're going to go on that as well. Then they went on to say, I don't understand how you would think that the coaching staff is the only thing that deserves a change, Sanders said. Now, when you rid yourself of an entire coaching staff, you think you're going to keep all the kids? That doesn't make sense to me. And that just doesn't make sense whatsoever when previous staff was responsible for securing those kids. That's not the way this game is played with us. The dual threat quarterback landed in Boulder as a 4-star transfer and the 4th highest rated quarterback in the 2023 portal cycle, making him one of the headliners for Buffalo's top-rated transfer class. When asked at the Pac-12 Media Day if he feels pressure to perform at a higher level, Shadeur Sanders said he is unaffected by the outside noise. "I'm a Sanders," Coach Prime's son said during the appearance on ESPN. "You know, I don't feel pressure. That's the thing. That's in my blood. I don't get nervous. I don't get none of that." Now, this is pretty much Coach Prime coaching him. Coach Prime has been his coach for his entire career, even in high school. And you know he has the benefit of Coach Prime teaching him different things about the game and about how to handle pressure and things like that. And I know Travis Hunter had recently had an interview, and he said he doesn't really look at like the schools they're playing. He's looking at the man in front of him. And that's pretty much all he's doing. He's looking to do the best job he can do in that game. He's not looking like, oh my God, I'm going to play USC or I'm going to play UCLA. He's looking at the man in front of him and doing his job. That's pretty much it. And they said here, Shadeur Sanders impressed over his first 2 collegiate seasons, both at Jackson State. In 2022, Sanders improved his completion rate to 70.5%. and amassed 3,752 yards and 40 scores through the air. He's also logged 6 more touchdowns on the ground. He's not fazed by picking up all-season attention among the top players in the conference. He said, especially when you prepare, you've got the coaches, you've got the staff, the players around you. It's never pressure, Sanders said. You just find yourself in your own thoughts. And that's the thing. I don't fear no names or nothing like that. And, you know, just thinking about what he said right there, he does strike me as somebody that's really super poised, almost like a Zen master. And I go back to that last play that he had at Jackson State. Well, not the last play with the interception, but when he threw it to Travis Hunter, that took a lot of poise for him to do that, to come back and throw that touchdown pass to Travis Hunter. And also on Travis Hunter's part, it took a lot of poise and it took a lot of focus, and you had to be really calm to do it. And that's what I saw in Shadeur. I said that's one tool that he has that he needs to get to the next level. Now, it says realistic expectations. Sanders would never say a 5-7 finish would be a positive to close out his first season, but that's superior to what the experts believe will happen this fall. Winnable games include Nebraska, Colorado State, Arizona State, Stanford, and UCLA. Let's see, Arizona and Washington State. The other 5 opponents we're expecting to be ranked inside the top 20 nationally next month. The biggest concern of the Buffaloes will be staying healthy and not having to rely much on it's too deep in critical situations. Sanders might feel good about his first teamers at the end of camp, but getting past the starters would begin to magnify the weaknesses on the roster and in turn lead to losses. And that's what I'm getting back to right now. The biggest thing I think the players in Colorado can do right now is just ignore the media. Totally. Just act like the media and the things that they print and say doesn't exist. And just focus on what they're doing. And remember, you're playing the man in front of you. You're playing the school, of course, but you're playing the man in front of you. Any team can be beat on any given Sunday. Well, this time it's any given Saturday. Anybody can be beat. We've seen a lot. How do you think upsets happen? It's because the other team, they believe in themselves and they execute the man in front of them. That's how on any given Saturday, a team could go down and you could see some upsets. Colorado is going to beat some teams this year. They're going to surprise a lot of people and they're going to upset some games. And that's for sure. The reason why I say upset is because, yes, they were a 1-11 team last year. But remember, last year is not this team. It's a whole new look team. And again, anything is possible. But one thing I like about Shadeur Sanders is his confidence, his belief in his own abilities, his calmness, not succumbing to the, the pressure and what the media say. And him being poised and calm is one of his biggest assets. I'm proud of him, and I can't wait for the possibilities for this upcoming season. What say you? Peace. Thanks for watching, guys. But before you go, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. If you have any video ideas, feel free to leave a comment below. Take care.